Have you ever felt so sick that you just wanted someone to listen and help you feel better? That moment when your body aches, your head hurts, and all you can think is, I need to see a doctor. Today, we're sharing a story about a young woman named Maya, who faced that moment and learned more than she expected about herself.
Ugh, I've been there, Samantha, feeling awful and just hoping the doctor has some magic fix. This story sounds like it's going to hit home for a lot of us. So, what's the plan today? What can our listeners learn?
We're diving into a story about Maya's journey to the doctor's office, a simple visit that turns into a lesson about health, hope, and even the heart. Along the way, we'll teach practical English phrases for visiting the doctor, scheduling appointments, and talking about how you feel. Plus, we'll sprinkle in some grammar tips and pronunciation practice to make it fun and easeful.
Love that. So, listeners, whether you're learning English for travel, work, or just life, you'll pick up real phrases you can use at the doctor's office. And maybe a little wisdom for the heart, too. Let's get started, Samantha. Tell us about Maya.
Maya was 25, living in a small apartment in the city. One morning, she woke up feeling terrible. Her throat was scratchy, her head pounded, and she felt hot, like she was burning up. She thought, this isn't just a cold. I need to see the doctor.
Oof, I can feel that already. A scratchy throat and a pounding head? That's the worst. Let's pause for a second. You said scratchy throat and pounding head. Can you explain those for our listeners?
Great catch, Jackson. A scratchy throat means your throat feels rough or itchy, like sandpaper. You might say, my throat is scratchy, so it hurts to swallow. And a pounding head is when your headache feels like someone's knocking on your skull. Let's practice those. Repeat after me. My throat is scratchy.
My throat is scratchy.
Perfect. Now try, my head is pounding.
My head is pounding. Okay, I think our listeners are getting it. So, what does Maya do next?
Maya picks up her phone and calls the doctor's office. She's nervous because she doesn't like talking on the phone, but she knows she needs help. When the receptionist answers, Maya says, hello, I need to see the doctor, please. She gives her name and explains her symptoms: sore throat, headache, and fever.
That's a great phrase to learn. Hello, I need to see the doctor, please. It's polite and clear. Let's practice it. Listeners, say it with me. Hello, I need to see the doctor, please. Nice, Jackson. And here's a tip for our listeners. When you call the doctor, they'll ask for your name and what's wrong. You can say, my name is Jackson, and I have a sore throat and a fever. Let's try a sample dialogue. Jackson, you're the receptionist. I'll be Maya. Okay, got it. Hello, this is City Health Clinic. How can I help you?
Hello, I need to see the doctor, please. My name is Maya Johnson, and I have a sore throat, a headache, and a fever.
I'm sorry to hear that, Maya. Can you come in tomorrow at 10 a.m.?
Yes, that works. Thank you.
That was so natural. Listeners, notice how Samantha said, I have a sore throat, a headache, and a fever. You can list your symptoms using and to connect them. Samantha, what's a fever for our learners?
A fever is when your body temperature is higher than normal. You might feel hot or sweaty. In English, you say, I have a fever, or I'm running a fever. Let's practice. I have a fever.
I have a fever. Okay, I'm ready to move on with Maya's story. She's got her appointment, right?
Exactly. The receptionist schedules her for the next morning at 10 a.m. Maya feels a little relieved, but she's still worried. What if it's something serious?
The next day, Maya arrives at the doctor's office. She's feeling worse. Her throat is so sore she can barely talk, and her fever makes her shiver. She walks up to the receptionist and says, Hi, I'm Maya Johnson. I have a 10 a.m. appointment. That's another great phrase to learn. I have a 10 a.m. appointment. Super useful. Let's practice it. Listeners, say it with me. I have a 10 a.m. appointment.
Perfect. The receptionist smiles and tells Maya to sit in the waiting room. Maya sits there flipping through a magazine, but she's nervous. Her head is still pounding, and she's thinking, what if the doctor doesn't know what's wrong?
Ugh, I feel that. Waiting rooms are so stressful. You're just sitting there overthinking everything. So, what happens next? Does she see the doctor right away?
Not yet. A nurse calls her name, Maya Johnson. Maya follows the nurse to a small room. The nurse is kind and asks, how are you feeling today? Maya says, not good. My throat hurts, my head pounds, and I have a fever. The nurse nods and takes her temperature with a thermometer.
Okay, let's break that down. The nurse asked, how are you feeling today? That's a common question at the doctor's office. You can answer with your symptoms, like Maya did. Let's try a quick dialogue. Samantha, you're the nurse, and I'll be the patient.
Sure. How are you feeling today, Jackson?
Not good. My throat hurts, and I have a headache.
I'm sorry to hear that. Let me check your temperature. Okay, listeners, notice how Jackson listed his symptoms clearly. You can use simple sentences like, my throat hurts, or I have a headache. Let's practice one more. My throat hurts.
My throat hurts. And let's talk about that word thermometer. It's a tricky one to pronounce. Can you say it slowly for us?
Sure, it's thermometer. The stress is on the middle syllable. Try it. Thermometer.
Thermometer. Got it. So, what does the nurse find out?
The nurse checks Maya's temperature and says, you have a fever of 101 degrees Fahrenheit. Maya's worried, but the nurse smiles and says, don't worry, the doctor will see you soon. But Maya's starting to feel more than just sick. She's been stressed about work, and she's wondering if that's making her feel worse.
Oh, that's a twist. So, it's not just physical sickness, there's some emotional weight here, too. Let's hold that thought. For now, can we learn how to say, I have a fever of 101 degrees? That's a useful phrase.
Absolutely. You say, I have a fever of number degrees. For example, I have a fever of 101 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's practice. I have a fever of 101 degrees.
I have a fever of 101 degrees. Okay, I'm ready to hear what the doctor says. Let's go.
The doctor comes in, a kind woman with a warm smile. She says, hello, Maya. Tell me what's been going on. Maya takes a deep breath and says, I have a sore throat, a headache, and a fever. I feel awful. The doctor listens carefully, checks Maya's throat, and listens to her heart with a stethoscope.
That's so vivid. I can picture it. Let's talk about that phrase. Tell me what's been going on. That's something doctors say a lot. It means explain your symptoms or problems. Can we practice it? Samantha, you're the doctor.
Okay. Tell me what's been going on, Jackson.
Well, I have a sore throat and I feel really tired.
Thanks for sharing. I'll check your throat now. See, listeners, you just describe how you feel in simple words. Now let's learn another phrase. The doctor might say, open your mouth, please. Let's practice. Open your mouth, please.
Open your mouth, please. Easy enough. So, what does the doctor find?
The doctor looks at Maya's throat and says, it looks like you have a bacterial infection, probably strep throat. She explains that Maya needs antibiotics, which is a type of medicine to fight the infection. She says, take this medicine twice a day for 10 days. Also, rest and drink plenty of water.
Antibiotics. That's a big word. Can you explain it for our listeners?
Sure. Antibiotics are medicines that kill bacteria, like the ones causing Maya's sore throat. The doctor might say, take antibiotics twice a day. Let's practice that. Take antibiotics twice a day.
Take antibiotics twice a day. Got it. But I'm curious, you mentioned Maya was stressed about work. Does that come up with the doctor?
Yes, it does. Maya hesitates, then says, Doctor, I've also been feeling really stressed. Work has been tough, and I feel sad a lot. The doctor nods and says, Sometimes stress can make your body feel worse. It's like a sickness of the heart. Have you been talking to anyone about this? Maya shakes her head, feeling a little embarrassed.
Wow, that's powerful. A sickness of the heart. That's such a poetic way to describe stress or sadness. Can we unpack that phrase for our learners?
Absolutely. A sickness of the heart is a metaphor. It means feeling emotionally heavy or sad, like your heart is hurting. You might say, I feel a sickness of the heart because I'm stressed. Let's try it. I feel a sickness of the heart.
I feel a sickness of the heart. That's deep, Samantha. So does the doctor give Maya advice for this too?
She does. The doctor says, Maya, rest and medicine will help your throat. But for your heart, try talking to a friend or family member. Some people also find comfort in praying or reflecting quietly. Maya feels a spark of hope. It's like the doctor sees her, not just her symptoms. Maya leaves the doctor's office with the prescription for antibiotics and a new perspective. She starts taking the medicine, rests, and drinks water. But she also calls her best friend Sarah and opens up about her stress. Slowly, her throat feels better, and her heart feels a little lighter too.
I love how this story weaves together physical and emotional health. It's so real. Let's review some key phrases we learned today. We had, I need to see the doctor, please. I have a sore throat. And take antibiotics twice a day. What else stood out to you, Samantha?
I think a sickness of the heart was a big one. It's not just about feeling sad, it's about recognizing that our emotions affect our health. And the doctor's advice, rest, drink water, talk to someone, it's simple but powerful. What do you think, Jackson?
I agree. And for our listeners, notice how we used simple present tense a lot today, like I have a sore throat or my head hurts. That's great for describing symptoms because it's about how you feel right now. You don't need fancy grammar, just clear, honest words.
Exactly. And let's not forget pronunciation. Words like thermometer and antibiotics can be tricky. Let's try one more time. Thermometer.
Thermometer and antibiotics?
Antibiotics. Stress on the OT part. You got this, listeners. Practice those at home, and you'll sound like a pro at the doctor's office.
This story really makes you think. Maya's visit wasn't just about fixing her throat. It was about listening to her heart, too. I think our listeners can use these phrases not just at the doctor's, but in life. Talking about how you feel is so important.
Beautifully said, Jackson. Whether it's a sore throat or a heavy heart, speaking up and asking for help is the first step to healing.
And that's Maya's story, a simple trip to the doctor that reminded her to care for both her body and her heart. I hope this story touched you as much as it did me. It's a reminder that we're all human, and sometimes we just need to pause and ask for help.
Absolutely. And for our English learners, you've got a toolbox of phrases now, from scheduling an appointment to describing symptoms. Keep practicing and you'll feel confident in any doctor's office. Plus, you've got some wisdom for life too.
Thanks for joining us on this journey, everyone. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to hit subscribe and support our channel, Speak Easy English, for more stories that inspire, teach, and connect. See you next time, friends. Keep speaking, keep learning, and take care of your heart.